Talented Ones Radio, hashtag TL Radio, hashtag TL Media, hashtag too many hashtags, keep hashtagging out. And we're back, man. Haven't done a Zoom interview in a long time, man. But this one, I was trying to get there to Dallas, man, with card issues and whatnot. But we don't even need to get into all that right now. So y'all see the man on my left right here, Chef Hoppie, Dallas, Texas. I gotta do your intro right, man. Chef Hoppie, Dallas, Texas, celebrity chef, man. Deion Sanders, Ezekiel Elliot, CeeDee Lamb, Leonard Fournette, many, many more NFL players. And I know he's getting into the artists too. Crazy foods. Now, we talked last year, but the video didn't come out. So now you got TMZ. And then,
right.
I don't know, was TMZ or Shade Room? Which one?
Shade Room.
Shade Room then came up with the business. Now look, had the restaurant. Pandemic happened. Now he ain't going into business with Ezekiel Elliot. I just need to drop them gems so people know who we really talk to right here, man.
Right.
First of all, how you doing today?
Man, doing great. Can't complain. Just here to shed some light on a lot of things and let the people know what's really going on Talented Ones.
Man, I appreciate that, bro. We go way back. For the people that don't know, we go back to about, if we about 23, 24 now, we go back to about 19 years old. Sam Houston State, BPG. You pulling up on Bobby. Well, shout out to Bobby, bro. That's one of our mutual best friends, man. Like pulling up at Bobby's apartment with BKV, cooking for the people at Sam. They come in and buy plates.
The hood plates.
Bro, from that to now, top restaurant and business, man. First of all, what did you get your love for the people out there? Where did you get your love for the culinary arts, man?
It really was. I tell a lot of people it was really just in me. For me to know what I want to do at such a young age and be able to figure that out and actually turn it into and actually being able to monetize it is a blessing in its own. And for me, I went to a culinary school whenever I was 12 years old. I ended up teaching there whenever I was 16 years old. Went through the culinary program in high school. Just all types of things like that at a young age for me to know that this is what I want to do in some capacity. Now, mind you, I never dreamt of being celebrity. Ezekiel Elliot, CeeDee Lamb, Deion. I never dreamt about that. It's not something that I prayed for, but that's what God had for me, and just to know at a young age and start molding the craft and then seeing what that craft molded into is crazy.
No, definitely. I think the thing is, we in a weird way we tend to like. Not everyone follows their dream all the way through. You know what I'm saying? And you one of the people that you found something young, you just kept working at it. And to be honest, your story is, I feel like, it's a blessing of connections.
Definitely.
Because you, if my research is correct, used to play under Deion Sanders as a kid.
Yep, on True.
Yeah, on True. And then next thing you know, you start cooking for him. Like, how has the connection between you and Deion Sanders been just in a business way or just in a regular cool relationship way, man?
Right, so we started For Truth whenever I was about 12 years old, rocked with him for about 3 or 4 years. But in between those 3 or 4 years, he would have stuff at the crib, just to build the Truth family and mold everybody together. So we would have this thing called the Taste of Truth. So, of course, everybody had their barbecue out there, did their little things and stuff like that. And I was like, no, I want me a table. Mm-hmm. Give me a spot. I want to show y'all, I get down like that. So
right.
That's, getting a table at the Taste of Truth, and I had all my desserts and everything like that. And I knew Coach Deion loves pecan, so he loves a little Sakatumi cake. Mm-hmm. So I had to put my toenails in one of them.
Right.
And that's whenever he really got to see my talent, and he actually gave my first personal chef job by allowing me to come in. Of course, he had another chef, but he allowed me to come in and be over the desserts. And the chef would train me how to speak and present my foods and what I had going on. So that was really my kickstart like that. And I was forever grateful. And so just off of that start right there, it showed me that, somebody believed in me. Not that I didn't have people that didn't believe in me, but it's something different whenever your family, when somebody outside of your family believes in you and is investing in you and putting their name on the line for you. So that's what made me really go hard. So a lot of times I go crazy because I don't want to let those people who put their name with my name and put my name in rooms that I wasn't even in. I don't want to let them down or, anything like that. So connections is definitely the biggest thing and the main thing that got me into the door and who created Chef Hoppie.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, man. That connection, and then also your consistent grind, man. Like you had already kind of said, bro. You said once you got the opportunity, you went crazy, and I think that's the
Right.
thing that a lot of people. I want a lot of people to watch this and really take away from it is that consistent grinding and consistent work, putting your foot to the paper, really does pay off, man. Where do you think that that work ethic came in? Like, where do you think that work ethic came from?
Well, before I get into that, I want to just say you said something about a consistent grind. So I said this about 2 or 3 years ago. You're not gonna be at the highest point, at your pinnacle, at your whatever, at the stature that you want to be at the highest level in your career field, unless you've been grinding for 10 years. So you got to, and I think Rose just said something like that on another podcast.
That I am athlete.
Yep. So
I
was like, that's crazy. I said that whenever I was 19, 20, but I ain't gonna, no. but it's just like, you got to think about it. Athletes, they go through middle school, high school, college, and then they get to the league.
Mm-hmm.
You got most businesses, you got a doctor has to go to school for at least, 8 years? And then you got a certain amount of time in the field, and then you get to that point. So me, I've been grinding since I was 12 years old. Now I'm 23, so now people are actually starting to see the fruits of my labor. I've been putting it in for over 10 years. So, and I want everybody to apply that to what they're doing in life and what their goal or their passion is. Because I'm not saying you won't see successes down the road. Of course, I've had my successes. I've did this, did that, but now people are actually starting to recognize Chef Hoppie for what the brand actually is and the stature of I don't want to say the stature of how I want the brand to be visualized and how I can charge and how I can do this and that, because they understand what all was put into it. So I just want to tell the people to make sure you get your 10 years in, dog. Like, you're going to have your successes. Like, even with TalentedOnes. TalentedOnes, what, how many years in? 2, 3?
We about 3 to 4 now.
3 to 4 in. So you've seen your successes with TalentedOnes already. You've already had a milestone hit. So that's all it is really, is hitting those milestones until the milestones build up into and mesh into one. And you be like, hey, we got our own radio station that's broadcasting from us. We're not even partnering with nobody.
Right.
We got our own platform that's bigger than I Am Athlete, because we've built up this, and this. I Am Athlete only been busting for about like 2 or 3 years, but it's because of what the people on the show did for their 10 years.
Yeah, and I think what you're saying is 100% correct, bro. Like, if you think about how people really work and everything like that, like for me in the media space, it's kind of like one of them things, you don't really get your flowers till a lot later. A lot of people don't get their flowers till they old. Like, you see like the Charlamagne guys, you see the Stephen A. Smiths, they are in their 40s. You know what I'm saying? They don't get their flowers till they old. For me, being only 23, I'm not expecting to get flowers right now. I'm trying to do something different. It's kind of
my garden. I plant in my own garden.
Yeah, bro. That's the thing. It's kind of like how you could have went to a restaurant and just became the head chef there. You were like, no, I'm gonna start my own thing. I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm gonna take my control into my business and create my own room.
Right.
And I see that and I appreciate that from a business owner to a business owner. That's some next stuff. Now, what I do want to also get into is this shade room pandemic meal that goes crazy viral, man. Like, was it one of those days when you was making that Hawaiian roll sandwich? You just like, you know what, I'm gonna put this camera here.
Now, mind you, I was on the shade room twice. The only chef to be on there twice.
Mm-hmm.
So there. So the one you're talking about is the stuffed Hawaiian roll French toast.
Was that the first time?
That was the first time.
That was the first time, yeah.
So how that got busting is I was cooking for my dog, Jay Sternberger. He's the tight end for the Packers. So Jace is already, his metabolism speed is quick. He's working out all the time. He's doing this, he's doing that. So we're at the point to where he got to gain weight. So we're just like, okay, what are we finna do? So he was like, he loves French toast. I was like, that's boring, but I cooked it up 5 minutes and I'm out.
Mm.
I was walking down the bread aisle, looking for the Texas toast, the thick toast. I said, nah, this Hawaiian roll gonna go crazy. So I was just gonna flatten the Hawaiian roll and have everything on the sides. So I drive like an hour and 15 minutes to get to Jace. So, I don't have nothing but time on my hands. So I'm driving home. I'm like, bro, I got to go crazy today. I haven't dropped anything crazy in a minute. I said, let's stuff this bad boy. And I didn't think it was going to go that crazy because it went viral on Twitter first. So I didn't think it was going to go that crazy.
It is stupid numbers on Twitter. Indeed.
I was like, these people showing this much love? I said, oh, my gosh.
Nope.
But, yeah, so it's just really the process how all my crazy stuff goes, just the matter of thinking and how to make it different. So there's millions of chefs out there, and there's millions of different French toasters out there. But how can my own? How can I be original?
Nah, I feel that. I think the thing, which for that, the reason why that popped like that is one, obviously the dish, the work speaks for itself.
Right.
But two, it's kind of like perfect timing.
Mm-hmm.
That was perfect timing. That was in the middle of panoramic time, like right smack in the middle of pandemic time. Everybody's on social media. I think even when you maybe dropping that subconsciously, like, oh, I just need to get content out there. It's kind of like, yo, it's the perfect time, perfect place. The right people picked it up. And once I saw it on the Shade Room, I said, oh, yeah. It might not be right after, but it was like, yeah, the wheels is turning.
Right.
The wheels is churning up.
It was really crazy. I was I was talking to somebody at the time, and I didn't talk to him the whole day because my phone was just going stupid, and they didn't understand the stature of what really just happened. Like, just because they were more focused on themselves. I need my time. Woo, woo, woo. Horrible situation, but I'm just like, bro, I don't even know what to do right now. Like, my phone is going stupid. Like, can we just appreciate the moment? Because it was a big thing it wasn't, I'm not big on social media because I'm used to different things going, don't crazy, blah, blah, blah. But that felt like I hit a whole different level. And it was like I had to unlock a whole different level of Chef Hoppie as well to continue to produce, to be on that level.
Right. And I think the thing is just as humans, bro, we got to live in those moments. So like, when you have big home run moments like that, what a lot of people tend to do, I don't know about you, but like what a lot of people tend to do is this happened.
Right.
But instead of like what you did, what I feel like a lot more people need to do, let that marinate for a second. Like, oh, the wheels is really like churning. And I think when you're trying to do something, a lot of people don't see it at that moment because one, it didn't happen to them, but two, it's kind of like, yo, like this is really like happening. I don't know if you really peeping this right now, but like this is really happening. So that was a big thing for you, man. I appreciate that. I saw that. I got happy for you, bro. I always get happy for my peers whenever they start turning up out you.
Right. I appreciate that for sure. And man, you should have to see how I had to scurry to put together the video because people was, how we make this. So I'm like, I got to build off this, bro. It was just a lot. But yeah, I appreciate that for sure. It was a wake up call, and I feel like it really was a great way to start off. I know a lot of people had a bad year, 2020, and my thoughts and prayers to everybody who lost someone, who went through it, through COVID, everything. But 2020 was a great year for me.
And that's actually funny that you said that because you actually helped me segue into what I was just about to say. Because 2020, like you said, to everybody who lost a loved one out there for 2020, I'm sorry for your loss. You know what I'm saying? Our thoughts and prayers out to you, from the TalentedOnes family and from Chef Hoppie and his brand. I think, though, for me, 2020 was the most eye-opening year I've ever had when it comes to business.
For sure.
I don't know how they worked out like that, but like I can speak for you, man. You had what you had going on, and Shade Room, you talking about business ventures starting and closing. It's like, so let me just go into the closing one. So I'll say this: February of 2020. I make a drive. I go to Dallas, Texas. We go set up an interview. I'm with my boy OG Pat. Shout out to Pat first and foremost. I make this drive literally to Dallas in a day. I take my mother with me. I say, all right, Mom, look, I'm gonna go drop you off with my cousins. I'm gonna go handle this business. I'm gonna go stay with my cousin Charlotte. I'll see you in the morning and we'll drive back. Just so she can see her people.
Right.
We doing the interview at the Hop Spot. We do the interview at what is supposed to be your restaurant that was supposed to open up maybe a week or two after we did that interview in February.
Yep.
And unfortunately, due to the pandemic, the restaurant didn't open up. And then what made things, I feel like, worse after the pandemic, we had the social injustice things. It just really wasn't a great time in America right there.
Right.
How did you feel that you had your restaurant at that moment? Like, yo, I've worked for this and built this up. I have this restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
How did it feel in that moment that it didn't actually happen? It didn't open up.
Oh man, it was so many emotions just because I felt like I finally had my chance. I finally had my time to show the world and let the people, see what I had going.
Mm-hmm.
This is my first time really actually just talking about how I felt or how it hit me. But I almost got emotional right then. But no, it was crazy because you worked so hard, put together the menu. We had the soft opening,
mm-hmm.
and was supposed to open up 3 days later.
Right.
And it's gone. Like you had it was in my hands. Mm-hmm. About to close the fist up and get rocking, and they snatch it. So it was good because it gave me a taste of putting it together. It gave me the experience of putting it together and starting to make things happen. But it also told me to slow down. It was God. It wasn't what God had for me at the time. Mm-hmm. I appreciate that I was going to partner with and, the opportunity to even get it going. But it just made me realize that's not what God had for me at the moment. So it put me into another gear to show us that, like, okay, you got to grind still doing this for a little bit longer until mm-hmm. we realize what God has for me. And that's what brings us to what we have now, which I think is God sent as well.
Yeah, and what you got now is I'm going to just say this, and I'm going to drop the gem for you, man. Whenever your business partner is superstar running back for the Dallas Cowboys, Ezekiel Elliot.
Yeah.
What drop the mic, man.
So me and Ezekiel Elliot are opening up a meal prep, exclusive meal prep company. Probably in about probably in about a month. It's gonna open up in a month. We will be doing let me start to the roots. Mm-hmm. Sometimes with meal preps, people confuse meal prep with bland, boring, or just not fun. Mm-hmm. So I want to bring the fun to the game. I want to bring the flavor to the game. I want to show people that you can still eat and enjoy your meal preps while losing weight, gaining weight, maintaining weight, whatever your cause may be. Or if you just don't cook and you don't have time to cook, these meals still suffice to you. Now, whenever I said exclusive, that means we're only doing about 250 orders per week. Mm-hmm. You have your major brands like Hello Kitchen, Hello Fresh, or whatever the stuff is. I don't care about. But you have those brands who are servicing thousands of people per week, mm-hmm. which that's cool. Make your money, make your paper. But you have people that aren't happy with the product. Right. I've had athletes that tried those services and they come to me saying, "Chef, look, they weren't good. I'll never go back because I done had your meal prep." And you also have people like Zeke who are proof that my meal prep works. Right. People are saying Zeke is fast, Zeke is slow. Zeke is in the best shape of his life. Zeke is not saying it's all because of me. I don't, that's not me.
Yeah, but you're a part of the process of him.
Right. So he's actually the lightest he's been, and he's bulked up to suffice being that 30 carries a game back, so that his body doesn't break down on him or anything like that. So you got to give and take whenever. Do you want those maybe one explosive plays, or do you want Zeke for 5 more years? So it's kind of like,
Yeah.
give
And,
so
and,
at spot and everything. But yeah, we're opening up. We got the kitchen. I'll actually be there later today to finalize some things, get some inspections done. And it was actually crazy because I wasn't going to present the idea to Zeke. So I'm very big on not asking for help, not asking people for their bread, because that's not why we have the relationship, or something of that nature. But something kept poking at me, and I sent it to his girlfriend. I was like, Hallie, do you think he'll like it? I typed, the proposal been typed up. Pat already gave me a mock logo. Like, I was ready for whatever.
Right.
But I sent it to her just to see, because of course she gonna know what he rocking with. So I sent it to her. 5 minutes later, I get a text back saying I just sent it to Zeke. Whoa!
Like, you wasn't even trying to. Where it's like, whoa.
Why you do that? Why you do that? Boom. So she says to Zeke. 10 minutes later, I get a text message from Zeke saying, I love it. I just sent it to my agent. Oh, y'all tripping.
like, still, chill.
Hold on. So it goes from me sending it to Hallie just to look at it, her sending it to Zeke, Zeke loving it, Zeke sending it to his agent saying, this is what I want to do. I really rock with my dog. This is my shelf. To me getting a call from his agent saying, hey, let's get started. So it all happened so quick. It wasn't even like a process. It was a matter of 15, 20 minutes that my life just changed.
Like, boom. And then you got to kick it into high gear. Like, oh, now we got to do this.
Right. Now, of course, Zeke has the season and everything, so he's trying to focus on that, get through, stay strong for his boys through this hard season, through a pandemic, through the injuries and how the season was going, coaching changes. So it's really just me. And I can still move to get things ready, but I still need my business partner to make sure everything is good on that side as well too. So it was just a lot going on, but we fighting through. We about to go crazy. We're about to do our first drops on social media, on the pages for Hopping Preps, and get rocking.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Just because between me and you already know I'm connected in with Pat, so I'm already locked in with the team. I ain't dropping no exclusive. I seen some of the pics. That food is that food is rocking. I ain't gonna lie to you. So everybody, he got something amazing coming to the plate. And I think the thing is, which is interesting, you found a way to maneuver and market your brand and what you got going on and really monopolize on something. Like, you was like, you was like, okay, so I already meal prep for athletes, boom. Why don't I just try to press this out? Now, granted, you didn't predict that you were going to have a situation where Zeke was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to rock with it in 15, 20 minutes. But, when God says it's time, man, it's time. And just so happened, bro, it was your time. What'd you say? 10 years? 10 years. Started at 12, and guess what? At 20, 22, 23, there you have it. And which, for me, leads me to a question I ask everybody on the show, man. You got a long journey when it comes to this culinary arts thing, man. I really think your artistry when it comes to food, it's almost like the artistry of a musician. It's almost like the artistry even of an athlete in different ways, because you got your thought process, where even in the way you was talking about how you want to went in with the Hawaiian rolls thing, it's like the way of a rapper thinking about how do I put these bars together to paint this perfect picture, like a Picasso painting, just in the food area.
Definitely.
So for you, man, which one do you prefer? You've had a long journey, but your destination seems really great. So which one do you think is for you? Which one do you prefer?
The journey. Over the journey, it's taught me a lot. And it's always, for my journey, I feel like for my road, I can see the street that I've paved, but direction, the rest of the road is going to go yet. So I can always look back and admire, what I already created, what I already cemented in, and what I've already put the lines in the road and set for the next chefs to come. The destination, I don't know where that's going. I don't know what God has for me. So I can't appreciate it yet. I mean, I'm thankful if God doesn't do anything else because he's already done enough. But I don't even know where the road is going. So I can't push on that too much. I need to focus on the task at hand first before I can appreciate the destination, because we got a long mountain to climb still. We got a long mountain. It's just this is the road just to the mountain. We still got to climb the mountain because I'm not nowhere near at my peak. So I got to appreciate the journey.
I feel that. And that makes sense, bro. Like, think about it. I think the thing what a lot of people think is when you start making, I would say, a little change, that you start really making it. And I think the thing is when you're a person with goals and ambition and dreams, especially with business, bro, your destinations keep going and changing and changing.
Right.
My personal answer to that question, I always tell people, is the journey. Now, I ask a lot of people this question, this try to make that my tagline question. I don't really care about you. I care about your answer, but like I don't care which way you think. I'm not gonna be a guy like you need to be the journey, because I've heard some good destination answers, but I think that answer with itself makes sense. You don't really know you don't know what's gonna happen in 5 years. You don't know what's gonna happen in 10 years. All you can do is put your feet on that pavement today, go in, keep grinding,
Right.
keep grinding.
Yep.
And that within itself is an amazing thing. So that answer, bro, I appreciate that. That's a real answer.
I appreciate it.
Now, I do have a question, a side note question. I know what happened in February. In the future, are we still thinking about doing a restaurant in the future?
Yes, most definitely. I've actually been contacted again by a couple opportunities, and I was hesitant on one of them because I'm like, the last one still sting a little bit. So I was like, the bed got to be in place, everything got to be right. Like, it got to be pristine regardless of a pandemic, regardless of anything. Like, we got to, because if we go on another shutdown again and we're doing this, and that, the meal prep company's still going to be straight because we just shipping out meals.
Right.
But if I'm putting time and effort into another restaurant, how are we going to suffice through that? So it's a lot of things like that. I'm iffy on the partnership, but I know I for sure want to do one by myself. And me and Zeke have talked about something as well. So,
hey man, whatever the future holds, it sounds great to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. Look, I'll be there front and center.
I appreciate it, most definitely. You know, I'm gonna have you a table ready.
Hey, bro, I appreciate that too, man. Bro, this is so funny to me because I was like, bro, people really don't know how far like this like connections really go back.
Bro, it's like, remember I used to do what do I call it? Chef Hoppie's campus takeover.
we throwing the parties, and he was like, "Hey, bro, I'm coming to Sam." We was like, "All right." I remember a couple of times when we was at Gateway, because that's when Bobby was at Gateway and I was at Gateway. Daily. I come downstairs out of my apartment room, I look around the corner, he's cooking chicken. I'm like, I'm like just whipping it up. You, your partner, I don't want to get his name, Tyron, I think.
Tyron.
Yeah, so you, Tyron, and then Bobby in there being a chef help, and I was like, oh, y'all, I ain't even gonna get in y'all way. I try to leave out the apartment room. People coming in. But that just shows, bro. That's the funny nature of this thing, man. That's the funny nature of this thing. Also, what we got to set up, bro, in the future, whenever this pandemic goes away, bro, we got to do a cooking up with TalentedOnes. I got to come to Dallas, bring Meso, which is my guy, brother, man. He's the lead videographer of TalentedOnes. We got to set up maybe like a cooking thing, bro. A cooking format, bro. Cameras in there. Bro, literally put the cameras in there, bro. Let you do your work. We have a dope conversation. Get that content to the people, because, like, you know, we doing this through Zoom right now, but I think people really would love to see some of your work, to know this ain't even play. You know,
this for real.
I do this for real, and just from a guy who's had the food in the past. ain't playing. But
yes.
Nah, man. I feel like you got to let the people know your social media, man, where to find you, man, and just everything, bro. Let the people know.
My Twitter and Instagram are both Manuel Hoppie, MANWELLHOPPIE. And go follow Hoppin' Preps too at HOPPINPREPS, Hoppin' Preps.
I'll put that right here and right here, and I'm putting in the description of the video. Y'all already know what's going on with me, man. Make sure y'all follow me on IG and Twitter at King_J Shep. IG and Twitter. I be saying I don't follow back. I ain't got that many followers, bro. So I'm following everybody back, bro. It's time to run it up. And make sure I go follow the Talented Ones page at Talented_Ones on Twitter and at _Talented_Ones on IG. I just want to say this right here, man. I appreciate everybody who came out to the blanket drive, man. We collected over 200 something blankets and over 1,000 pairs of socks, and that's going to the homeless. And so just shout out to the city for giving that love back. You know what I'm saying? I saw you do some community service too with Ezekiel Elliot too. Y'all gave like 1,000 like boxes of toys away to people.
Yes, sir.
And that's amazing, man. I see that. Giving back to the community, man, that's another thing. When you got these platforms, bro, we got to give back.
How to use it. That's one of the things that I drive my self off of in my brand as well. So definitely giving back and doing it any kind of way we can. I want you to come out with the blankets and the socks, and we do one here too. So.
Hey man, I'm gonna drive away, bro. I'm 4 hours up the road, bro. We in Houston, Texas. He in Dallas, Texas. A whole bunch of Texas shit over here, man. If y'all didn't know, y'all already know. And this is water, by the way. I've been sipping on water this entire time. I'm just letting people know. If they ask in the comments, why you been sipping on that cup? It's water.
On tonight. It's Friday.
I'll be on that tonight. But nah, man, I appreciate you for talking to me, man. This one gonna do some numbers, man. Much love, bro. Keep the success going, man. Keep doing what you got to do, man. You eating out here, bro. Figuratively with the food, and then, you know what I'm saying, you doing your thing, bro. So much love, bro, from the Talented Ones family to the Hoppie, the meal preps, y'all stuff y'all got going on over there, man. Y'all just rocking, bro. Keep rocking.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem, man. Y'all already know what's going on. Do what y'all do. Love y'all, man. TO Nation. Shout out. J Shep, Chef Hoppie. Y'all already know what's going on, man. Appreciate y'all.